Okay, let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, and of course, that's algebra. And some of you are out there saying, okay, Mr. YouTube Math Man, enough with the comedy, just stick with the math. Well, listen, I got to try. Let's just lighten things up here, but we have an algebra problem. Now, I'm being kind of vague about this because you should know at least three things about this problem. Okay, so think about it for a quick second. If you're like, oh, I know what this is, well, put down what you do know and anything else you can think of in the comments section about this particular problem. Now, of course, I'm going to solve this problem, but really what I want to do is cover three main concepts you should know about what's going on here. Okay, now we're going to get into this in just one second, but first let me quickly introduce myself. My name is John. I'm the founder of TabletClass Math. I'm also a middle and high school math teacher, and I'm going to leave a link to my math help program in the description of this video. But basically, I have 100 plus different math courses ranging from pre-algebra to pre-calculus and everything in between. So if you're at the middle school, high school, or even college level in terms of mathematics, I can help you out. Pass your math courses. Now, if you're taking any exam that has math on it, so for example, the GED, SAT, ACT, GRE, GMAT, ASVAB, ACCUPLACE, or CLEP exam, maybe a teacher certification exam, maybe a nursing school entrance exam. There's so many exams out there that people have to take, and they always have this little pesky math section on there. Don't let that math section stop you from passing these exams. I can help you out. If you homeschool, I have a very comprehensive homeschool math curriculum that you might be interested in. And if you don't have any math notes, you need to get yourself some math notes immediately. Okay. Now, how do you do that? Well, you need to start taking notes, obviously. And the second thing is you can use my notes. I'm going to leave a link to links actually to my math notes in the description of this video as well. But I've been teaching math for decades, and there's one thing that I've learned. Those students who take fantastic math notes almost always end up doing excellent in math, and the reverse is true. So make sure you take great math notes. You'll thank me later. Okay, so we got a situation right here, okay, an algebra situation. Like, okay, what's going on? Hopefully this looks pretty familiar to you. Now, before I get into this, because I want you to think about what this is and what you know about it, this type of what we're talking about here is definitely going to be taught at the Algebra 1 level, certainly at the Algebra 2 level, pre-calculus level, college algebra. You're taking any algebra, maybe with the exception of pre-algebra, and even in pre-algebra, this might be what we're talking about, this topic might be introduced to you, okay? But any of these other algebra type courses, you need to know how to do this. So one, okay, tell me three things you know about it. And two, if you want to go ahead and solve it, it's not that hard of a problem to actually solve. But let's get into it now. And let's first just talk about the three things that you should know about this problem. Okay, so the first thing is, what is it? Okay, what are we talking about? Well, if you said this is a system of linear equations, or you just give me the word system, then I need to go ahead and give you a nice little happy face with a check mark. Very, very good. This is what we're talking about. Okay, this is a system. Now, sometimes you see little brackets around systems. That's pretty common as well. But don't let that throw you off. You just need to recognize that this is what we call let's just even be more specific about it, a two variable linear system. Okay, two variable linear system. So we have two variables, x and y. Now in algebra, okay, by the way, this word linear means that these variables are to the first power. Okay, so I'm kind of giving you some extra detail, but let's be fair about this because even in like more advanced courses like pre-algebra, you study three variable systems, and then you could study linear systems. So yeah, there's other type of systems, but basically, here's the thing you need to know. We have two variables here, x and y, we're trying to solve for. So because we have two variables, we're going to need at least two equations. Okay, so that's one main concept. But you don't even have to. That's not necessarily one of the three things that you need to know. Okay, it's good to know that, and you should know that. But the first thing is hopefully you recognize that we're talking about a system. Then, generally speaking, in algebra, this is like a full chapter or full unit. So you study a lot about systems. So my next thing that you really need to know about systems, or at least two variable linear systems, is the solution. Okay, represents the intersection of these lines. Okay, so what am I talking about? Well, if we look here, okay, we could graph this line on the xy plane, and we could graph this line as well. So this is like a line Let's call this line 1, and let's call this line 2. Okay, these are linear equations. We could literally, like, get some graphing paper out and do this business here real quick. Here is y, here is x. We could graph one line, and that's line 1, and we could graph this other line. That would be line 2. And where the lines intersect, right there is the solution. Okay, so that's what I want you to know, okay, that the solution to this system represents the specific xy coordinate, okay, where these lines intersect. Now, that's if this solution here, or sorry, that's if this system has a solution. It may not have a solution. Now, why wouldn't it not have a solution? Well, let's go back to our little model here. If I have this line and I go ahead and I graph it, and then I graph this line and I graph this as well, and these lines end up being parallel to one another. Okay, so line 1 is parallel to line 2. Guess what? Are they ever going to cross? No. Okay, so there's times where systems can have a unique one solution. They can have no solutions. They can have infinite solutions. That's for other, videos and whatnot. Of course, I have tons of videos on systems in my algebra playlist in my YouTube channel, but of course, I teach this super thoroughly in like my Algebra 2 courses as well. Okay, so that's the second thing that I think that all students need to know, that the solution represents intersection of these two lines, okay, if in fact there is a solution. Now, the third thing you want to know about this is, how do we solve this? Okay, what are some methods to solve? All right, so I'll just put this down. Methods to solve. Now, if you just gave me 3 methods to solve, that's good. Okay, that would be 3 things that I'm like, okay, yep, I would take that answer if this was a little pop quiz. But of course, you need to know this other stuff as well. So methods to solve, there's basically 3 main ways that you learn how to solve linear systems when you're first starting off in algebra. The first is graphing. Okay, the graphing method, which is not really practical. I can literally like graph these 2 lines. I could be like, okay, here's my first line, and then I'll just go ahead and like graph my second line and then look. I'll be like, oh, they cross right here. That's my solution. So you need to understand that that is a method, but it's not a practical method. The other 2 methods that you need to really be good at, and these methods require algebra, is the substitution method, and then lastly, the linear combination or elimination method. Okay, so that's another aspect of what you need to know about this problem. So the 3 things that I would suggest you need, you need to know is: 1, it's a system; 2, what is the solution? What does it represent? And 3, what are some of our options in terms of methods to solve this? Okay, so if you now want to go ahead and maybe take another chance at trying to solve this, go ahead and do so. But I'm going to get into it right now. And we're going to use the linear combination elimination method. Now, I'm not going to turn this into a full, like, complete comprehensive lesson on this particular method. I have additional videos in my YouTube channel on this. Of course, I teach this thoroughly in any one of my algebra courses as well. But basically, the elimination or a linear combination method, is what? Well, linear combination is, you kind of like want to smash these equations together. Okay, I'm going to take this kind of like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You're going to smash it down, and you want to smash these equations into one another. You want to add them with the prospects of eliminating a variable. Okay, so here it's perfectly set up for us, because when I add these equations down, I get 2x plus x, and this is something you can do with systems. Okay, you can combine both these equations to create a new equation. That's totally allowed in systems. So when I go 2x plus x, I get 3x. But here, notice when I add my positive 3y with my negative 3y, I eliminate the y. Okay, and that's exactly what I want to do. I want to try to eliminate one variable, and let's continue on here. So when I see my 2 plus my 10, I get 12. So when I use the elimination, okay, or when I was able to eliminate one of the variables, in this case it was the y, what am I left with? Well, I'm left with this beautiful little equation here: 3x is equal to 12. Okay, so now I'm like, oh, awesome. I could solve for x. Just divide both sides of the equation by 3. I get x is equal to 4. Okay, so remember, these 2 equations represent lines that we can see So we're looking for that specific XY point where these lines cross, okay, or intersect. Okay, and that's going to be an XY coordinate, and x equals 4. That's just what we found. We just found the x coordinate of that particular point. Okay, so we're almost there. Now, how do I solve for y? Very, very easy. I can use this equation or this equation and just substitute 4 into that equation and solve for y. So I'll use the first equation. Okay, so 2x plus 3y is equal to 2. That was part of our original system. So I know x is equal to 4, so I'll replace that x with 4. I get 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 3y is equal to 2. Subtract 8 from both sides of the equation, I get 3y is equal to negative 6. Now, if you're not understanding this basic equation stuff right here, then you got to go back and review how to solve basic equations. But at this point, I got 3y is equal to negative 6. Divide both sides of the equation by 3. I get y is equal to negative 2. So I solved for x. Okay, x is equal to 4. And now I have y. So this is our coordinate. This is our specific xy coordinate. X is 4 and y is equal to negative 2. So if you were to graph those two lines in the original system, they would intersect at this coordinate right here. Okay. All right. So hopefully you got that right. Matter of fact, if you did, I don't want you to go away without getting your little happy face and your 1985 flat top. Okay, I don't know what happened to the haircut. It was such a nice haircut. I guess some of us older guys, I used to wear that back there. We don't have as much hair back up here, but anyways, awesome haircut. So I'm going to go ahead and give you that. I'm also going to give you an A plus, and I'll give you a few stars here to make you feel extra special today. So nice job about being able to solve this. But more importantly, the whole idea behind this video is not can you solve this system? Well, probably a lot of you out there could solve this. You're like, oh, I know how to solve this. But really understanding the concepts, all right? Like, hey, what can you tell me about it? What is a system? What's a solution represent? Et cetera, et cetera. So anytime you're learning something in math, just don't learn it in a vacuum, okay? Just don't be like, oh, I do this to solve this. You need to understand the big picture as well, and it's impossible to keep all this information straight in your brain or even absorb it without taking excellent math notes, okay? All right, so if this little video helped you out in some small way, go ahead and smash that like button. That helps me out in a big way. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, hopefully you'll consider subscribing. I've been on YouTube for 10 plus years, have over 1,000 plus math videos, basic to advanced mathematics. My goal is to try to teach math in a clear and understandable way. So if you like my teaching style, I got tons of content there on my channel to help you out. I'm going to be posting new stuff all the time. But my best math help will always be within my math help program. Okay, so with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.